Alright, we're gonna watch this video and we're gonna look at this video, watch this video. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this video, but all I gotta say is this shit is sad. It's very, very sad that it's just sad that people don't seem to get it or wake up or just don't get it. Super sad when you see shit like this. But unfortunately, you got some people that they don't ever really learn. So first, we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna let you check it out. You tell me what you think in the comments. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on it when it's over. But all I can say is, you're gonna die alone. If you don't learn to change your attitude and your ways, you're gonna die all by yourself with your fucking dogs or your cats or your birds. Okay, or your plants. It really don't really matter. You're gonna die alone if you don't change your ways. I'm telling you, no one cares. It's way too. Let me say this, ladies. They did a survey a few years back, and they did it for a few years in a row, and they said if every black man in America married every black woman in America, there would still be 2 million women that could not ever get married. 2 million women that could not ever get married, even if they wanted to, because there wasn't enough men to go around. You heard that? Now let me see if you hear this. They did not factor in all the men that were gay, that were black. They did not factor in all the men that were already married to another color, another nationality of another color, and not the black woman. When they factor in that, it's even way more than 2 million, okay? And that number is only going to increase, ladies. Not decrease, increase. Because the men die faster than the women because of the stuff they choose to do. And you look, the men are getting killed at a rapid rate. Killing each other, dying for jobs, don't matter. And in every culture, the women outnumber the men. Millions to that one. So I want to make sure we're clear. You cannot beat numbers. When I say that, that's what I'm talking about. You can't beat numbers. Now, the black men have a lot of options to date from. All men do, but I'm making a point why I'm saying black men. The black men can go to any other race and get in and marry because the women like black men. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. They like white, they like all the colors. I love all the colors, so this ain't a race thing because I'm mixed. It's no race. But I'm just making a point. But the black women, all the men won't lead a race to date the black women in abundant numbers, okay? So now, there's an issue because, yeah, you got some men that like black women, but there's not millions and millions and billions of them in line ready to grab those women if they don't have men. Then their own race, a lot of the women won't get married. Now you have to see that he want to come out of his race. Most people like to stay to their race. More power to you. I think you're missing out on the chocolate factory and going into the VIP section of it, but that's your business. But that's not the point. Well, the point I'm making to the black women is there just isn't enough men for you to go around, okay? And I'm trying to put it in a way where you'll understand where I'm coming from. Now, when we get into that smaller number that's here, okay, this is the number you got to choose from. All the 100% of men, I'm just giving you an example, they're here. The black women, here's what you're doing. You're now saying that 90% of those men you don't want, and you only want this, right? On top of the fact that you outnumber us millions and millions and millions to one. You're now gonna decrease your odds. Like, you know what that's like? That's like hitting the lottery 4 times in a row for the biggest jackpot. It just ain't possible. It ain't gonna fucking happen. It ain't ever gonna happen. It ain't happening, and it ain't ever gonna happen. Okay? It ain't. But you in your brain somewhere, You got lost and you believe that in fairy tale land, rainbow land, that it's going to happen. It's not. I'm here to break the news. I'm here to deliver the message. I'm here to make sure you get the facts, the memo, the text message, the receipts. I'm making sure you get all the books. It ain't happening. No way, shape, or form is that possible or ever going to happen. Okay? So that means with a bad attitude, and then you thinking that you entitled to something that you're not entitled to, a lot of you guys are gonna, your window of opportunity is pass you by or passing you by, and you're gonna end up with no opportunities and you're gonna die alone. Let me tell you why. Because you're thinking, well, when I'm older, you know, he's older. Y'all not the same. The man gets all his things in his later years. Therefore, he's more in his prime in his older years. And he then, because you guys are overlook what we look like because of the money and the physical body, you can overlook that for the money. He can still choose whatever he wants because he's paying for it. So if he can afford your expensive price, he can afford her expensive price or hers or anybody or these people cheaper. Now it's a market. Now it's a market. He can select because you guys made it that way with the dumb shit you're doing. And this stupid ass way of thinking is only going to end up with one winner. And you're going to lose. The man's been fighting wars their whole life. They got to fight a war to become who they are. They got to fight a war against the people out there and compete with those people to get to where they are. Then they got to fight a war to keep that shit. And they got to go through all kinds of fucking battles and scars just to keep that shit when they finally do the war to get it. And then you're going to come at the end of all that shit and tell him that now that he's done all that work, he should just take this first person that comes along and not take his options. You're out your damn minds. You take your options, right? Right? You didn't take your options, right? Right? So if you took your options, why shouldn't he get to take his options, right? And if you got options, he's got options. And if he's got options, he's going to exercise those options. You better get your mind right and get yourself prepared for it because it is going to happen. It is going to happen. Ain't really ever had to do that, but we doing it today. Had to think about that the other day. He's going to exercise his options just like you exercising your options, okay? And a lot of y'all won't make the cut because did you hear the numbers? These are facts. Did you hear those numbers? There's no way you're going to beat that. If I only have 2 ice creams and there's 1 million people there now I want ice cream, even if I wanted to share it with them, I couldn't. Then think about what I just said. Let's take that and let's look at this, blow it up. All right, let's blow it up. You guys, ladies, do not want to share. So there's a real problem there. Y'all don't want to share. And a man can only marry one woman. If there's 50 women here and 5 men, and all those women want babies and want to have a man, that's going to be a big problem if there's only 5 and 50 women. Just give you a low number, but there's some bigger numbers than that. Imagine what would happen if that was the case. You would have to share. Women would kill women over the men just because they want them, and it'll just turn to it because y'all are very territorial. So y'all, to me, are even more vicious than the men. So all I'm trying to say is it ain't a lot for you to choose from, and you better take your options while you got them, because when you get older, the numbers going to dwindle down because the men are as a physical creature. Physical, ladies, does not just mean your face and your chest up, because a lot of y'all who got titties or got pretty face or hair, or you can do your little makeup and look nice, but the rest of your body is not there, the men are not going to choose that. That's why when you look back on your life, it reflects it, because you don't have the men that you want, and they don't stay, because the men are a physical creature. Strip clubs would never make money if the women in there didn't have no ass. and no hips and no nothing. Ain't no man paying to see that. They ain't paying to see that. And I think the women just don't, it's like you ladies want to be selective of what you hear, selective of what you see, and ignore the reality that's here. The real world that God lives in, y'all don't want to look at him. Y'all want to say you believe in God, but you don't want to look at his world. You want to look at not the world you living in that he finna judge, but you want to make up a world and act like this the world and that ain't. But you out here with everybody else living in it. That shit sound crazy to me. Just thinking about it sound crazy. Because you can't walk past these people and then act like they don't exist. They do. You gotta walk past them. You can see them. You can touch them. They got shit you don't got. This is a competitive world. That's all I'm saying. And ladies, you letting all your opportunities go by, and you're gonna be old, fat, and by yourself with a cat or a dog, talking to Oscar or what I heard them call them dogs. One lady had her dog Kobe Bryant. White lady, she was calling him Kobe. And then she called him Bryant. I said, this shit is crazy. And Kobe was attacking her ass over the food. I'm gonna put the video in case you don't believe me, because I be.
Okay, Kobe, we're gonna try this again, okay? Do you want a treat? Yes? Are you gonna bite me? No? Okay, sit down. Sit. Good boy. Okay, now, which treat would you like? Would you like... Kobe! Kobe Bryant. Do you want... That's it. You're punished. You are punished.
I don't be making it up. I tell you, everything is facts. What I've actually experienced, seen, or I know, and I can prove. So, yes, I'm going to put it at the end of this. But first, let's watch this, and then after this, let me drop my comment on it. Here we go.
All right, yo, you really being ungrateful with the food I'm providing for you. Like, at the end of the day, you called me, you said your kids were hungry, you were hungry. You said babies were hungry, so I brought babies some food. There's not a bit, like, I did bring something for all the babies. Yes, I did. I took care of your kids.
So, my 13-year-old, 8-year-old, I consider part of the crew?
At the end of the day, maybe, you know, they can make something. I mean, at the end of I did what I can for you. I don't even know why you're stressing me out over the fact that I'm buying you food.
What, $30?
Yo, I'm paying on, first of all, you're throwing out money when I'm paying for other people's, you know, like I said, I don't even want to go there, but like at the end of the day, like you are, I mean, really other people's kids, what you mean? At the end of the day, you called me asking me for help, so I provided you some help, and this is what I'm getting.
If you would have told me you didn't have enough to buy it for everybody, I would have sent you like $10.
So you're telling me if you had some money, you could have just sent that from the business and told me, hey, can you pick this up? You acted like you didn't have no money, so I figure I'm doing a good thing. I'm coming through the door all happy, helping you out, and this is what I'm getting. This is crazy.
I was happy too, Tyrell.
Yo, you are really being crazy. Make it work. Make it work.
Make it work.
Figure it out. Like this is crazy that you're even doing this right now. Like, just figure it out. So you wasting my money right now?
You bought something. I'm not gonna feed half of my kids.
So how about you just give me the money that you owe me for this food then?
I'm not paying you.
This food's like $45. This is $45. I want $45.
Yeah, $45 for half my kids.
No, but it's not my problem. Like, you should have. I want $45.
Yeah, $45 for half my kids.
No, but it's not my problem. Like, you should have.
Woo. Woo. Oh, my goodness, bro. Shit. Woo, woo, woo. Good God, man. I'm finna go. Man. It looks simple, but it really ain't simple at all, guys. It's not, you know, and this is sad. This is a sickness, okay? I gotta reboot my brain. Give me a second. Good God. And she wants a man. Listen, this is a white guy that's dealing with a black lady, black woman. She obviously has 4 kids or more, okay? She's got some kids. She heavy. And she's being picky about the help she's getting. Now, before you say, oh, ladies, before you say, oh, well, you know, I understand where she comes. No, I don't fucking understand where she's coming from. And let me tell you why I don't. Because he said something that was very important. He said, if you could have sent me money to buy something. Why didn't you do it? She called him and asked him to get her kids some food. Like she ain't got the money, because she ain't got it. She only wanted to give him $10 more. No, motherfucker. You put in what you got. Hey, listen. This is how you're supposed to do it, ladies. I'm going to have to start doing this too with the ranking as well. She's every bit of a 3. She ain't average. She big as a house and with the weave and all the stuff. And she's got all those babies and she's older. She's every bit of a 3. She's below average. I'm just going to say it like that. She's below 5. She's below average. Physical, she's just below average. And she ain't got the money, okay? The man is coming into the picture. Those are not his kids. He don't have to buy them shit. They got daddies. You could call all their daddies up and get their daddies to buy them something, because we know it's more than one baby daddy. That's a fact. And she is sitting here being picky to a man that's bringing her free food that she wants him to go get. She wanted him to go to McDonald's and get them kids some food. She told him that. He went to McDonald's with $30, $45, because it is expensive. In any place, it's expensive. He went there with $45 and she being picky about the shit. Let me tell you what I would have did. And she giving all that energy, that big girl boss energy. But you get your big girl panties on and get your big girl ass up and get your wallet out and go buy them something. Cause guess what I'm finna do if you keep talking this shit and you say a couple more words to me that I don't like, I'm grabbing all that shit. I'm walking out and I'm gonna take what I want from it, like whatever meal I want, and I'm gonna go get all the rest of that good, hot, warm food to the homeless people that will be more appreciative for what I'm doing than you are. Because I ain't gonna do it for somebody that got an attitude like that. And guess what? I would never do it again. She get that out of me one time. If she could even get the audition, get the interview, she might get that out of me one time. With that attitude, one time. After that, there is no dealing. I wouldn't go talk to her no more, and I ain't buying shit for her kids. And if I continued to talk to her, I would talk to her just to show her that I ain't finna do shit, so she'll cut me off. So I'm cutting her off, and she don't realize she finna get cut off, because I ain't finna do shit. And then me not doing shit, not giving her shit, she gonna go on about her business. That's it. 'Cause I ain't finna hit it or do nothing. She gonna go on about her business. And that's how you break up with them without breaking up with them, guys. Just in case you don't know. I'm an expert at that shit. At getting rid of motherfuckers without getting rid of them. So, she wouldn't get nothing out of me. He did that and she giving him all that attitude, and beggars can't be choosers. You can't be choosers. He let you choose the restaurant. He went and bought all that food with his fucking money. Listen, ladies, $10 is a lot of money to get somebody you don't know. And if you gonna say, oh, that shit, why you don't get the bums on the street $10 every time they ask you for it? Because it's a big deal. That's why. That's why you don't want to give them $10. That's a lot to give somebody, but it ain't a lot. Well, it ain't a lot when somebody's spending it on you. So don't be selective and try to, have them little double standards and choose when you want to accept something and make up your own reality. Reality is reality. A person with money is not going to just spend their money on you because they got it. Period. End of story. It just ain't going to happen.
Today's letter is F. F is for fuck you.
So I just wanted to say that because I'm looking at this shit everywhere, and the women, especially the black ladies, you guys are crazy. You are out of your damn rabbit ass mind. Ain't nobody finna sit over there and do this shit with you. To the bad black women, it's like 95% of y'all that is polluted, and like 5% that ain't. To that 5% who is appreciative, I'm not talking to y'all. My stuff is generally geared to the women who really live and feel and do this shit. You the ones I'm talking to. Because I'm trying to educate y'all and make y'all wake up and understand you don't have a whole long time to keep doing this. A lot of y'all time's already up, and y'all finna die alone. If y'all don't wake up, y'all ain't never gonna have no companions. Y'all gonna be renting men. Temporarily, you get to lease him. You get to be around him and sleep with him, and then he gone to the real one he want to be with. This is what it's going. This is what it is. It's finna get worse than that. If you don't see it, this shit finna hit all, man, look, you see them third world countries that all y'all Western women are talking about, y'all finna be living in one. And you see what's going on in them third worlds? Guess what? The nurses don't matter over there. The doctors don't really matter. Some of them live okay, but them people, they struggle. Them degrees don't matter unless you're a business owner, a millionaire, or a powerful drug lord. That shit is just not happening. So only special people live that privileged life over there, and everybody else is average people. And they gotta trade their physical looks and their body for some money. And y'all gonna have to do the same thing over here. The rate that you guys are the reason why it's going this way, because y'all asking for money like sex workers. Okay, I'm gonna try to say this in a nice way. And y'all acting like, and a lot of y'all don't understand that if a man has a choice to pay, he gonna choose the best thing he can get for his money, not the worst thing he can get for his money. This lady's out of shape and overweight and all fucked up in all the wrong places. And she's sitting over here with an attitude. You can't be big with a bad attitude, people. I don't care what color you are. You can't do that. A big person should be nice. Should be nice. Sweet person. So nice, like, damn, they so nice, man.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Cool, bro. They got a great attitude. That's gonna get you further than that nasty Oscar the Grouch Sesame Street attitude you fucking got. That shit in a bag attitude you got. That dumpster attitude.
Today's letter is F. F is for fuck you.
Nobody wants to deal with that shit. I don't know what school, what family did you grow up in where your daddy or your mama did something for you and you talk to them like shit. Man, you got your ass slapped and beat and kicked out of the fucking house if you did that growing up when I was growing up with real fucking strong families. They ain't play that shit. You ain't gonna disrespect nobody. You ain't disrespect your mom and daddy when they bought you some shit. You was super nice because they kicked your ass because they was running the show because they was paying. So it was they say because they was the ones that fronted the money and pay. They paid. So they had to say because they did the paying. And then you get these motherfuckers coming in talking about, oh, I wanted this and I wanted. You ain't putting in on shit. If you ain't putting in, you ain't got no say because you ain't paid. She talking about $10. This man dropped $45, bro. I would have took all my shit. If she kept going, I would have just took all my shit. And I would have walked out and went and gave it to the homeless because this is what she said. Well, I'm going to go order my kids. I'm just going to order my kids. If you had the money to order your kids, you should have ordered it up front. I'm going to order them something else where they can all eat. But what she was going to try to do is order something big like a pizza, something where they could try to get slices or some shit. She wasn't going to pay what he paid. So he said, you making me waste my money? Listen. Excuse me. I would have took all my food. I'd have said, you know what? We ain't going to go there. Here's what we going to do. I would have took my food. And I would have went and took my food that I wanted to eat. And I would have took all the food in bags, the meals that I bought, and I would have gave it away to the homeless people. That's what I would have done with it. I ain't throwing it in the trash. I'm going to give it to the homeless. They would have appreciated it more. And I would have felt better giving it to them than to her. So I already said, it ain't the kid's fault that they got an idiot. It's the idiot for a mom. It's her fault. Then she need to learn how to get her own money up and spend her own dollars on the shit she want, and that would have been it. That's what she need to do. Period. End of story. Bottom line. You got all that big girl energy, boss energy, then you take that shit and buy your own meal, boss. That's exactly the way it is. It ain't no other way it's gonna go. Period. End of story. That's what I would have did for her. And ladies who are single moms, this is the reason why also the men don't want to deal with you and you ain't got no man, and men don't want to date no single mom because look at this shit. She talking about all her kids, bro. She named a big 13-year-old. You pay for it. He brought enough food that you could make it work. You could split the food. She didn't want that. I don't know how beggars could be choosers. I don't know how beggars could be choosers. But in the end, they end up losers. Because when you start pulling that slick, gonna be picky shit, you end up losing. You end up losing a good person, and they ain't gonna do that shit for you no more. Now you ain't getting them to do nothing for you no more, and now that person don't even want to deal with you. Ladies, let me say this. When you look at the women, what exactly are you guys offering the men that the men don't get from no other women? Everything that the ladies offering, he can get it from any other woman. I'm repeat that. Everything that the women are offering, the guys can get it from any other woman. So, ladies, you don't offer a whole lot. And because of that, you should not be doing the shit the way you doing it. Because you don't offer a whole lot to the man. But y'all don't seem to get that point. Y'all seem to think that, I hear shit like, my personality, I'm going to be loyal, my love, I'm going to be faithful, I'm only going to be with him. These are things that you're supposed to already do in a relationship anyway. You're supposed to be loyal. You're supposed to be faithful and only with him. Whether he got the money or he don't. You guys are fucking crazy. You can't even, listen, how can you even fix your mouth? Your brain, that make me want to just, my brain want to explode trying to think about this shit. It's so crazy. The world we living in is so backwards right now. This shit's so crazy. It just blows me away. Even thinking about the shit that you gonna say, make me want to pop a vessel. You guys say shit and you fix your mouth and actually come out of your mouth with sound and words to say, my personality, I'm loyal, I cook, I clean. So let me see if I got this right. I've heard women say this. They want $100,000 a year guy. Now they're talking $1 million a year guy. And some of them are saying that isn't enough. Over $100 million or $200 million a year. That's the shit they're saying. Dude.
Today's letter is F. F is for fuck you.
They in so far in Rainbow Land that I don't even know what's over there where they at. I look at, and some of them, they look torn to pieces. Your personality is not a number. Your personality is not a number on the scale when we're looking at your physical body. The physical body is the scale. First, it's your physical body. All that other stuff come after. Ladies, what you guys is just like I said with the men, y'all on one side of the coin, right? And you're saying, well, his money, if he don't got this amount of money, then I don't want to talk to him. It's this amount of money, and if anybody don't make this, they can't talk to me, right? But then you don't look at the other side of the coin where those people with that amount of money gonna want something too, and it ain't gonna be you. A lot of the women say, oh, I just ain't met those type of guys. I just ain't seen them. Them men walk by you all the time that are millionaires, 100,000aires, 80,000 a year, 100,000 a year. They walk by you all the time. You just ain't on their radar because the men, listen, as men, we can tell how people carry themselves, their attitude, the way they are, well, we don't want to talk to. And men with that kind of money don't want a woman that's showing all her body to everybody. He don't want that representing him, because it's about representing him, ladies, that you don't understand. So he gonna see the woman showing all her body and be like, man, she's showing all her body to everybody. I don't want her for my lady. Those guys get their pick of the litter, so they don't even want to try to sleep with you. A lot of them, they get plenty of booty, so they just gonna walk on by you and ignore it like you're not there. And because they ain't walking around with everything in front of you like that, you ladies walk right by the guy and start looking at other guys, thinking you ain't seen him yet, and he walking right by you. We walk right on by you. We got the shit. Now, let's say that guy has the body and the money. You see money, but you'll walk right on by him. I don't see a Rolex. Oh, I don't know what kind of shoes those are. I don't know what kind of watch he's wearing. I don't know what kind of, I don't know if those are real diamonds or not. So you'll walk right by the guy. You'll assume the worst. Walk right by the guy Because people with money, you always see something. You always see something. He clean, neat. If his shoes look simple, they still expensive. His t-shirt might be cheap. His shoes might be expensive. His watch might be expensive. His rings might be expensive. His bracelets might be expensive. But you see the money. Then the way he walk, then the way he carry himself, him being clean and smelling good. But you ladies don't know how to pick no damn man. Y'all looking for all the wrong things. And y'all let men walk right by y'all. That's why a lot of y'all don't ever get those men. Because y'all don't even know what they look like. Y'all, they walk right by you. If he ain't wearing the Versace or, if he ain't wearing the new Louis Vuitton and all this shit, y'all won't talk to him. And then the guys that go by all that Louis Vuitton, the street dudes, y'all run and go talk to them, and them dudes just gonna hit it and go about their business. They ain't gonna give you their money. And then the dudes with the real money that ain't doing none of that shit that got the money, they walk by you and see you talk to them, and they don't want to talk to you. And then they see you talking to a bunch of men, or you walking with the kids, and you looking ghetto fabulous, they ain't gonna talk to you. So the men walk right by you all the time. You just don't know the men with the money. He might not be in his Rolls Royce or his big Benz or his stuff. He might be in a simple Corolla. He might be in a little Camry. People with money have lots of different cars. You think they want to pay for the expensive gas all the time and worry about their maintenance? They have other shit to do other things. And sometimes they just want to blend in and be normal. So when the men with the money blend in and be normal, the women never know. But let me tell you what we laughed about the other day. The men know more about the men with money than the women do. We all agreed on that. All men can tell who got the money. All men can tell which men's got the money, but the women can't tell shit. Unless it ain't right in their face, they can't tell shit. They think that, and then it be the men that be like, no, that guy right there, he's got all this stuff. He's got this, he's got that. Those shoes that he's wearing are like $400 or $500 or $700, I think they are. And then I've never seen him in nothing less than 300. And then he's got this and he's got that, and that's real and this real. And then the women get alert like, oh, really? Y'all so lost in the sauce, y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all can't tell the men with the money from the men that don't got it. It's like you want the man to advertise everything he got on a billboard for you to know. Y'all don't know shit. And then y'all say, well, I ain't never been, those men walk by you I ain't never been those guys. I ain't never been in the room. You walk by them at your mall, your supermarkets, your gas stations. The men be there. You just can't tell that those are the men with the money. Because y'all only want to look at who showing it and talk to those guys. And men don't like shit like that. So imagine a man with the money looking at you talking to a man that don't have more than him, but he know that, but you don't know that. And he watch how you treat that guy, or you talk to that guy, or he be like, and then you don't say nothing to the man with the money. He ain't gonna talk to you because you just showed you materialistic. You're not a real person. So when you talk to the guy you think got the money, and he can speak to you, but then you won't even speak to the guy with the money, then that just let the guy with the money know what kind of person you are, and they just keep going, here's what I thought. And they going on about their business. I just dodged the bullet. That's exactly how they see it. I ain't missing nothing. That's exactly how they see it. So ladies, my understanding is y'all don't know how to pick no men. None of y'all do. White ones, black ones, none of y'all don't know how to pick no men. Y'all pick the men for all the wrong reasons. Now, if everything gonna be by security, you go get the guy with the money. But now when it come to protection, you might not have that. He can pay the security if he got that kind of money. But to me, you ladies, y'all are far from home. Y'all was like E.T., far from home. Need the phone home. Y'all was just far from home. And I'm sorry, but y'all don't know nothing about the men, how to pick them, nothing about how they carry themselves, what really cost. If he ain't wearing a Rolex watch or something that you know, y'all won't even talk to the guy. Guy can be right there and looking simple and plain, but he got a lot. But you can see the money. Men know and can see the money because men know what the shit is. The women don't. They know what some of the stuff is. They don't know what all of it is. Men can tell who got the money and who don't. Men always can tell. Oh, those are the real ones. He ain't wearing the fake. He ain't wearing the fake stuff. He's wearing the real stuff. The woman just thinks the worst. So she says, oh, that ain't the real stuff. He wearing the fake stuff. No, he wearing the real stuff. He's wearing the real stuff. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comments. But personally, me, that white dude is giving her an opportunity, because the black men ain't. They ain't not even wasting their time. They done blowed her up a bunch of times. She just turned to Humpty Dumpty. Sorry to say it, but it's true. And she got a bad attitude. As Humpty the Dumpty, she got a bad attitude, and she Humpty the Dumpty. You can't be both, bro. You can't be Humpty Dumpty and have a bad attitude. Ain't everybody gonna leave your ass. Ain't nobody gonna be around when you fall down and crack. Ain't nobody gonna be around when you fall. There ain't nobody gonna be there. In other words, does the tree make a sound in the forest if it fell and nobody was there to hear it? Nope. Because in the world of the people that's not there, they never heard anything. They never heard anything. But in the world of the tree where it's at, it made a noise. It did. But unfortunately, nobody was there to hear it. So in the other people's world, no tree fell. And if it did, we didn't hear it. Right? The white guy is there. The black men are not. In their world, she don't even exist. She don't know that, but that's the way it is. Her life is reflecting of that because they ain't there. And she can't keep nobody there. And her attitude has not changed. Ladies, attitude is everything in this world. The first thing as men we judge. The first thing we judge, right? The first thing we judge is the physical body. That's what we see. Then we look at your attitude. That's the next thing we notice and we see. If you look good, but you have a bad attitude, nobody's going to take you serious and date you. They'll lie to you and say what they need to say. If you look real good, he think he could hit it. He'll hit it and shit like that. But he ain't going to take you serious because initially that first impression is a lasting impression. And your first impression was horrible attitude. No one wants to be locked in chain, ball and chain to the ankle to that for the rest of their life. So right away, you're never going to be marriage material. You're going to become recreational use only. Your attitude's bad. He don't really want to deal with you like that. So you cannot be a girl. I got to translate all this shit and break it down. So you ladies can understand the way our minds work. So you can fix your thinking and understand there are certain options you're going to have. And there's certain options you're just not going to have. And that's the truth. A woman will disqualify a man so fast and not understand that the man she want is already disqualified her, and she ain't even got a call, a fax, a memo, a text message. The stork didn't even ride over and deliver the nothing. She didn't get shit. They just ignore her and walk by her. And I'm sorry to say it, just like the ladies would do it, the men do the same thing. So ladies, if you're not going to stop and talk with the men and actually speak with them to find out who's who, since you don't know, if you're going to just make an assumption, you can die by yourself. You can keep thinking that way. Let me ask you this question. How far has it gotten you? And how's life treating you so far with what you're looking for that you don't find it? Because of the way you're doing it is wrong. That's why. If you did shit right, if you talked and interacted with the men, you would know who had what, and you wouldn't have to assume. You can tell the liars from the real people because the real people got real shit, and the liars don't have anything. They're just lying. That's the difference. Real people can have real shit, and liars gonna lie and then don't got it. Period. End of story. That's the way that is. But the ladies don't know how to pick no men because they don't know nothing about them. And I say it a lot because it's true. Right? And the men know about the men and the men know about the women. A man can tell which men have the money and which men don't. Which men know what they talking about, which men don't. Which men lying and telling shit and which men telling the truth. But the women don't know any of it. They are completely lost in the sauce. They like and believe what they hear. They want to like what they hear. Men like what they see and what they hear. Because a man is logic and he's a physical creature. So he's gonna look at you first, assess the situation. Right away we know she's something I could deal with, she's something I can't deal with, and we keep walking. We just, oh no, that's not, to keep walking. She look good. Oh man, she can't turn around, her face all bent up. Oh man, yeah, I ain't got time, that nigga. We keep walking. Oh shit, oh no. We just keep walking. We don't even go say nothing to her. We just walk on back and hope she don't even say nothing to me. Just keep walking on back. Let her ass stay with that bad attitude like Oscar the Grouch, Grover. Let them go that way. And we just keep going. Because we can see and identify real fast the woman ain't like that. Women got to go through all this checklist. Let me get my, hold on, let me see your credentials, your badge, your name tag. Is that your real ID? Is it, do you really work there? Who got time for all that? Then think about that, ladies. Let's keep that same energy going. Imagine she go through this and she get a couple of people that don't, everybody she run into don't nobody got the shit she looking for, right? And then she finally meets the guy that has the shit, and he's going through shit already, you know, in life, and then he already mentally knows what he wants and he's looking for peace. And then she comes in with that clipboard. Okay, let me see your ID. Let me see this. Let me check that. Let me see your name tag. Is that real? You just completely pushed him away. You ran him away. He's like, what the fuck? What, man, get this crazy chick up out of here. Who want to deal with that? She coming in here with a name, the clipboard, trying to check shit out. Who the fuck is she? She ain't got a nickel. I got all this shit. I done earned my shit. And she over here trying to credential me. Man, get this elf out of here, bro. Get her up out of here. We don't want to do nothing with her. That lady crazy as fuck. She over here talking about the checkboard and this. She ain't got nothing to show for it. And she want to check off your shit, but she ain't got the shit of her own.
Today's letter is F. F is for fuck you.
That shit sound crazy when you think about it. Think about it. It is crazy, ladies. Y'all on some crazy shit. And y'all need to wake up. And I'm going to keep dropping these messages on you and dropping these grenades on you until you get it. Because y'all, is like true grenades, knowledge grenades. Y'all need to wake up. Wake up. This shit ain't what you think it is. Your life ain't reflecting that shit. Then stop doing it. It don't work. No man is going to accept that trash deal you offering. This lady is lucky to even get a dude with a post. She is out of shape, overweight. The best thing she could hope for if she want marriage is go back to one of her baby daddies and convince him. She'd have to pretty much beg one of her baby daddies because she ain't gonna get more than her baby's daddy. And I agree with that 100% because you ain't gonna go higher than that. You just not. And I can tell you why. Because y'all keep trying to go up when you done already went low. And then the men that's up see you went low. And then he looking at you. And then all the shit around him he could choose from. Because you making it so difficult. And then he's up on that level where all these baddies are at. And you looking up at the level thinking you want it. And then you sitting over here with a clipboard. He looking down on you laughing. Like, if this come to money, man, I look down on her, just walk away. This lady crazy. So those men, they walk by you every day. We can identify that shit a mile away. We ain't finna say nothing to you. You walk around with your little $5, $10 spandex outfit on. Cause think about it, ain't no more than $20, $30 spandex outfit. And you showing all your ass and got your hairdo together. You ain't even wearing an outfit that costs $100. And you over here acting like that. Get out of here with that shit. And the man gotta have all this shit and you talking about you a prize. Get out of here. He got the car. He got the jewelry. He got the clothes, the shoes, the money, the house, the income a year. And you talking about you the prize and he got all the shit and you ain't got none of it. You out of shape. Guys, if you like my video, give me the thumbs up. Okay. I put up a new video almost every day or every other day. So